We're here in Silver Spring, Maryland, a suburb of DC, to share another great home in a great neighborhood. That's next on Selling DC. When Jana and Michael decided to make their move to Michigan, they reached out to us for help. This is a story of their great home, what they love about the home, the great renovations that were done to prepare this home for sale, and what makes Silver Spring a fantastic neighborhood. I'm JP Montalban, your sales, service, and success advisor. Remember to subscribe and follow so that we can share with you the first look of all the homes and neighborhoods of DC, Maryland, and Virginia. The first steps in getting this home ready for sale were packing everything up for Jana and Michael's move and working with the design team to define the scope of renovation. All right, so let's talk about the kitchen here. So you've had some ideas in terms of opening it up and really brightening and freshening it, making it new again.
Yes, and as you know, the kitchen is the heart of the home. It's really one of the spaces that sells homes.
Absolutely.
In this home in particular, since it's really one of the first rooms that you encounter, it really has to knock your socks off.
Right.
In order to win a buyer. So obviously we need to upgrade our appliances just a little bit, but we want to replace the countertops with maybe a quartz or granite, a nice granite countertop. There's no need for a separate fixture here. And in addition, we want to try to knock down this wall so that the two rooms flow together. There's a kind of a multi-purpose sunroom here.
Right.
If these two rooms get flow together, it would literally double the size of the room.
Absolutely, yeah, because it's a little tight.
Sunlight will come through.
Right, even us here, standing here,
exactly,
right?
Exactly.
And so we want to open it up a little bit.
Certainly not a door with a swing out, none of that. Just open it completely.
Great, fantastic.
Yep.
While work is underway, Jana and Michael can share more about the home with us. All right, so let's talk about your favorite rooms in the house. Now, we're here in the living room here. Is this one of them?
This is one of my favorite rooms. It was when we walked into this house, it was empty because the people had moved out, and I saw that window, and immediately I said, this is it, because it looks out over the garden instead of looking out onto a street like usual front windows do. Combined with the fireplace, which is something that Michael and I always wanted, was a fireplace. It was hard to get me out of this room.
Absolutely.
So, this room is, where we play with the dogs, where when we have friends and family over, everybody congregates in this room rather than in the kitchen, which is unusual. We've had so many good times here with, parties with neighbors and family celebrations, holiday celebrations. Pretty much all summer out here.
I bet.
For Violet Hour, for parties.
Fantastic.
So we spent a lot of time in this room.
There's some things in here that I love about the room overall. First, I love the windows. You've used casement windows, so they are really open to the outside, right?
Yes.
So they're letting everything in and giving you that picture view of the yard.
Yep. And the sounds, too.
I bet.
The sounds, yep.
I bet. It's fantastic. And so I can totally imagine Violet Hour. I miss Violet Hour. Why? I wish I'd known you when you were having Violet Hour.
You'll have to come to Michigan and have Violet Hour.
No, what's that? What does that come from, Violet Hour?
There's a poem that talks about Violet Hour when the sun's going down and the sky seems to change color and turns a violet color. We use it as an occasion to have drinks and snacks and kind of.
It's cocktail hour. It's another word for cocktail.
Right.
Nice. Yeah.
Pretty much. So
it's poetic.
Yeah, and a lot of our friends now we talk about Violet Hour and.
Fantastic.
The custom is spreading like wildfire.
In the South, you have a blue ceiling because that traps all the bad dreams and evil spirits, whether that works or not. so far we've been lucky. So
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
I haven't seen an evil spirit.
Not in this house. Huh?
Right.
Good. Well, that's good because as we're sharing this home with you all, we don't want to sell in DC any evil spirits.
No.
Right?
No, no.
So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to open up this section of the house, which will make this room for Violet Hour even more perfect.
Oh my God, that's going to be brilliant.
That'd be very nice.
That is going to be that. I want to come back and see that. I want to.
Absolutely.
You know what? That is brilliant.
No, that,
Well, once we're done, we'll let you know, and then before we come to market, or
Well,
right
you could-
before we sell, then we'll
you could have a little breakfast table.
absolutely, sure. This is a copy of the electrical permit. When you're doing work for sale or even any work in your home, it's important to get permits. Why? Well, because ultimately, the inspectors that the county will send are going to do a check and balance against the work that's being done. Also, when you go to sell, it'll be very important to show a buyer that you've done the work right, and that includes pulling permits. With permits in hand, the renovation team, my team, and I held regular construction meetings to wrap up past work and look ahead to new work, so that we always had a clear plan, could minimize delays, and could fully update the sellers. And this opened up nicely because this will be, we had the side light to the door right here, right? But now we're just going to finish this wide open. Fantastic.
We understand that we're gonna close this.
We're gonna close that.
Unless you say no, just do the fence.
Well, we could, yeah, that's a good question. We might as well just leave it open. We'll have what? Wall cabinets to where? About here?
No wall cabinets.
Oh, no wall cabinets here? So we're just gonna leave it open?
Yeah,
Just flat counter?
Just like a base cabinet.
How are you gonna finish
Paint
this?
it, it's sort of like a trim.
Just a trim piece and paint?
Yeah, trim, all wood.
Great, so we'll give that white trim to finish?
Yes.
Excellent.
I'm gonna build up and chip. Everything will be finished.
Fantastic. And then what are we doing on floor?
Hardwood floor.
Hardwood floor to match?
Yeah.
Great.
So yeah, it's good to say, but we cannot take this out.
Right,
So we're gonna have some transition here. So I'm gonna build up a pantry.
great, perfect,
So with the door.
Perfect.
Shelves.
perfect.
Here on top, I have 12 inches.
Uh-huh.
If I put a wall here like it was before, you lose the height. What I'm thinking is this, build up here, put a ceiling here, and leave this open. Finish, of course, but open. About
Yes.
11 to 12 inches open.
Right.
So you can put like whatever you put over there. Like,
So we're shelving all the way to the top is what we're talking about, right?
yes.
Right.
Imagine this would be close.
Yes, I think that's great,
This
because
open.
that'll have a nice built-in look.
This have to stay. You
Okay,
have a
so
lot
the
of-
soffit
yeah,
stays,
yes.
got it. And so we're just gonna push it up right up to the top then?
That is correct.
And we're going with your shaker style, right?
Shaker style white.
Great.
So here,
Okay.
I've added cabinets just about like we discussed before.
Yes,
So this whole open, so you got a more
Got
space
it.
going. Oh, so we have a 24, 24, 24, and 12 inches cabinets.
great. Welcome to my kitchen. Not exactly. All right, so we got everything out of the kitchen actually. This is the sunroom, and we've pulled all the appliances into here for a couple of reasons. One, we need to make sure that the contractors have free and clear space to do their work. So they're pulling walls down, they are working on repairing the walls, they're gonna be putting cabinets and countertops in. Everything needs to be out while that work is done. Number two, we want to protect the appliances we're going to repurpose. Repurposing is great because not only is it environmentally friendly, but it's also budget friendly. So we save the environment and we keep the budget where it should be. The home's renovation would be extensive. Fortunately, Jana and Michael had moved out, so we wouldn't interrupt their lives during the renovation. Aside from fully renovating the kitchen, we would paint almost the entire home in warm, neutral colors. We would update light fixtures with modern ones, and we would refinish the floors with contemporary gray tones. So as you share your story about this home and your time in the home, how long have you been in the home and what connected you? What brought you? What was the life event that brought you here?
Well, the first part of it was that even many years ago, 26 years ago, 27 years ago or something, Jana, right after, or even just before we got married, Jana was dissatisfied with her employment in Michigan. We were driving around and we saw this house, and I said, we can't afford it. And we came driving around again a couple weeks later, and it was still for sale or for sale again. And Jana said, this time look at it, don't judge before. And after we saw the inside of the house, we figured even though it was at the outside of what we thought we could pay, it was the best thing we'd seen.
Fantastic.
It was just the best thing we'd seen.
And that was 20 years ago. We've lived
How
here for
about that?
20 years.
So one of the great things about seeing the home in this condition is we get to see what the space looks like. So this is the blank slate. Later we're going to see what the blank slate finished like, but this is the blank slate. This is opened up. We're going to see the countertop. We're going to see the cabinets pop in. That's next. What a difference. The white shaker cabinetry brightens up the look, and the stainless appliances give it a modern touch. Opening up the doorway and the window has dramatically improved the space. It really improves the flow between the sunroom and the kitchen. We've got great prep space on the counter, and we've got a very efficient working environment. So if you're making food, you've got an opportunity to work efficiently between stove, sink, countertop, and refrigerator. This is where I first sat down with Jana and Michael about helping them sell their home. What do we do to this space? Not much. It's already a great room in every sense of the word. Combined living and dining space makes for a great room. What did we do? Floors and paint. So Sligo Creek is just a hop, skip, and a jump away, right?
Yep, you bet.
Absolutely. You can go up the Columbia dual carriageway here, walking your dog. You can walk on the median, go on a little path, come out on the Sligo Creek walking path.
Right.
And people walk a lot here. They walk their
Yes.
kids. It's a very child-friendly neighborhood.
Absolutely.
People walk their kids to the school bus stop. People are constantly walking dogs. The traffic is really very, very mild, and
Sure.
There's not a lot of cut-through traffic, and the people who live in the neighborhood drive carefully because
Yes.
they know that there are children and families and dog walkers around. It's an amazingly walkable neighborhood.
It's a beautiful neighborhood, and it's really known for its leafiness and its
Yeah.
trees, and you know, Woodside is not just a word, right? And forest is not just a word. It really happens here in this
does.
neighborhood, right?
One other thing we liked about the house is right where we're standing, this little green space right across the street from the house.
Yes.
It's owned by the county, so it's unlikely that anybody's going to build on it. So
Yes.
we had this nice view on a green space rather
Yes.
than looking into somebody else's house.
Absolutely.
So after we did a little walk around the neighborhood and looked at things, we decided to buy the house, and we've never regretted the decision.
I love it.
Which is a good thing.
Matter of fact, we've always wondered why we deserved such good luck.
Silver Springs Sligo Creek Park offers a trail and great spots for hiking, biking, sports, and play. Silver Spring is a vibrant neighborhood just north of DC. Are you looking for secret neighborhood favorites? Snyder's Superfoods has been family owned and operated since 1946, offering organic and natural foods, a deli, and a world of wines. Goldberg's New York Bagels is a kosher eatery that's won Best Bagel Awards from many of the area's food critics. Downtown Silver Spring is no secret. Shops, restaurants, theater, and nightlife offer endless and walkable entertainment for everyone. Fantastic. Well, it's been such a pleasure to get to know you guys, and I'm going to miss you as you're making your move, but it will be an honor to find a new set of owners for your home. I'm sure they will love it as much as you have.
The house
we
will
hope
embrace
so.
them and make them happy.
Absolutely.
Yep, it's made us very happy, and we're happy to turn it over to you. We feel very confident that you're going to find the right people for this great house.
Thank you. We hope you enjoyed hearing Jana and Michael's story, what they love about the home, what made this a great renovation, and also what makes Silver Spring a fantastic neighborhood. Subscribe, like, and follow. Hit that like button. What did you like about this episode? Comment below. And remember, subscribing means we can stay in touch. I'm JP Montalban. See you next time on Selling DC.